one of our favorite sayings is, when the tide is out, the table is set, because just so much of our food comes from the ocean. And that's part of the reason why this kayak is so important, because that was one of our primary methods of fishing, hunting for seal. In some regions we actually hunted whale. Today we're working on a one-man kayak.
We're making this kayak for the Kenai Fjords National Park Service. I would expect the Park Service is going to use this as a display, but it is going to be fully functional when we hand it over. So if they really wanted to, they could use it. Ultimately, I mean, this is a piece of art, but it's a piece of art with a functional purpose.
Going through school, indigenous peoples, the Alaska Natives, the American Indians, it was always regarded as this is the historical tribe. These are the people that used to live here, and some groups are making great strides and reminding people that we're still here. This is our contribution, trying to showcase that we're still here, our culture is still alive, and we can still make amazing things. Traditionally, every young man would build his own kayak. These were traditionally built, scaled to the person at a full length of 3.5 times the builder's arm length. The one that we're working on today is just shy of 17 foot. This is pine. Traditionally it would be done with red or yellow cedar, primarily driftwood. But the most traditional thing to do is to work with what you have. And what we've got is pine. The Sugpiaq people are from it's called the Chugach region, and it spans from Cordova, which is the Eyak people, through the Prince William Sound and down to the Lower Cook Inlet. So one of the most distinctive differences between, say, a Sugpiaq style kayak and a Yupik style kayak is the bow. For Sugpiaq style, we have a very sharp, up-pointed bow that's designed to cut through the waves as well as redirect water away from the pilot.
The bow is the front of the ship, the front of the kayak.
It can't be recreated through bending or carving. It has to be grown naturally, and so the best part of the tree to get that from is the knee as part of the root of the tree. So this is just a perfect piece that we're going to actually harvest here in Seward with our chainsaw.
Taking as much of the wood out that we can. It's a very physically intensive process because it can take quite a long time, but it's also great practice for teaching kids how to use the chisels.
The idea is to get as many people involved as possible. If the only people that are learning how to make this kayak is the two masters and the two apprentices, then this is a cultural practice that will disappear.
We're short one person, can't quite make that up, even if we had worked just a ton of overtime. I think we're gonna have to come back next year and finish it.
My day job is human resources, so it's working on a computer, talking to people over the phone. But when I'm working on a kayak, I can actually see the project that I'm building. I can feel it, effectively coming to life from these raw materials.